We're talking about cold, hard evidence. Evidence that points to one person, and one person only. And he could get up here and lie all he wants and dance around the truth, but the truth is the truth. And depending on who's asking the questions, whether it's this laughing guy right here or whether it's myself.
Objection. Approach the bench.
I was done with him. This is not the way a trial should be run, I felt. I was disgusted with the whole process and ready to accept responsibility for my actions. This is not justice, I told myself. At Sidebar, Judge Perry could not have been more upset with me, and after sending out the jury for 15 minutes, he laid into me. Tell me why I shouldn't hold you in contempt of court for violation of this court's order about not making disparaging personal remarks against counsel, he said. I don't believe that was a disparaging remark about counsel. I was just merely pointing out his behavior. He said I should approach the bench, and when I did, he said he could not see Ashton because of the exhibits. If you would move those signs where I can see Mr. Ashton, then I would be able to see him. Sir, would you like me to move a seat over? Ashton asked in his most unctuous way. Yeah, said the judge. I hadn't gotten a lot of words out when one of the court administrators told him, "It's on TV, and you can see Ashton laughing." Judge Perry went into his back room and watched the video of Ashton carrying on. When he came back, his anger was directed at Ashton. He told everyone, "Go look at it, and I'm going to do what I need to do." "Your Honor," said Ashton, sucking up as only he could, "I trust your judgment about whatever it is you saw, and I don't need to see it." He went anyway. He told us to go back and look at the video if we wanted to. We did, and there he was, laughing like he was at a comedy club, rather than a murder trial of a baby. When we came back, Ashton told the judge,
"Video, I appear to be smiling behind my hand. That is what I saw in the video. I wasn't laughing, I wasn't nodding. I was doing what I could to make sure that my expression was not seen by the jury. If I exceeded this court's order, I apologize. But I was doing my best to make sure that nothing I said or did was seen by the jury. That's my observation of the tape."
Defense?
I have no other comments other than I would not request that Mr. Ashton be held in contempt because of his facial expressions. I think this case has been highly emotional for both sides, and all I really request is that it stop because of the serious nature of what's going on. I also apologize for getting caught up in the moment as well and making those arguments, but I think after 3 years of working with Mr. Ashton, I do not wish that upon him in any way whatsoever, and I as well have my apologies to the court.
Anything anybody else wants to say?
No, sir.
Okay. I will accept that for now, but as I told both sides, if it happens again, the remedy will be exclusion of that attorney from further participation in these proceedings. As I told you at the bench, there are at least 3 attorneys on the state side. I don't know whether Mr. George was going to participate in closing arguments, but it'll be either Ms. Burdick or Mr. George. And it'll be Mr. Mason, Ms. Sims, Ms. Medina, or whoever else y'all have over there, along with some other things that will be quite unpleasant.
That day, Kerry Sanders, a correspondent for NBC, called me and said, "What you did was a very gentlemanly thing to do. It was a class act." I thanked him, but at the end of the day, when I look back, I did that as much to save my own hide as Ashton's. I knew once he was done holding Ashton in contempt, he was going to do the same to me. I didn't think for a second he would have disciplined just Ashton alone. Some people say I won the case right then and there. Or at least it was one reason the jury voted the way it did. But that's nonsense. At the same time, Ashton didn't do himself any favors by acting that way. As I said, he was always on our side.